Today is an absolutely beautiful, and I am still trying to catch my breath after watching the latest Beyond the Gates episode. Grab your tea, your coffee, or whatever you need to brace yourselves because we seriously need to talk about the absolute chaos unfolding in Fairmont Crest right now. Let's dive right in. Oh my God, you guys. I literally cannot even begin to process the absolute roller coaster of emotions I just went through watching this storyline unfold. I am shaking. I was literally screaming at my screen for a solid hour. Let's talk about Tyrell Richardson Smith, our boy Tyrell. My heart is just bleeding for him right now. So we all know he just had his first time with Jessica Harris right after the Cotillion Gala wrapped up. We all saw the aftermath. We thought he was Mr. Confident, right? We thought he was strutting around, feeling like $1,000,000 because he finally did the deed with the girl of his dreams. Wrong. Absolutely, unequivocally wrong. Turns out, behind closed doors, behind that bravado, the poor kid was sweating bullets and second-guessing every single thing that happened in that bedroom. I have to pause here because this was just so incredibly raw and real. Tyrell actually goes to his pops, Martin Richardson, to talk about it. And I was clutching my pearls. Can you imagine having that conversation with your dad? But Tyrell was so desperate for guidance. He sits Martin down and basically admits that his first time was not some magical fireworks exploding cinematic moment. It was awkward. He felt like he was just clumsily following Jessica's instructions. Can you imagine the sheer embarrassment of admitting that? He literally felt like he didn't know what he was doing and just let her take the wheel. I was tearing up because it is so rare to see a teenage boy on a soap opera be this vulnerable about intimacy. Usually they act like they are absolute gods, but Tyrell was just a confused, insecure kid looking for reassurance. And Martine, can we please give this man the Father of the Year award right now? I was so worried Martin was going to be judgy or weird about it, but he was so incredibly sweet and understanding. Martin literally opens up about his own disastrous first time with a girl. He tells Tyrell that he had absolutely no clue what he was doing either, and it was terrible. But then, and this is the part that made me sob, Martin brings up Smitty. He tells Tyrell that when he finally met Smitty, everything just clicked. Everything felt right. It wasn't about the mechanics, it was about the connection. Boom. Just like that. Tyrell felt 1,000,000 times better. He smiled, you guys. He actually smiled and said he just knew Jessica was the one for him. He was so ready to fight for their future. I was cheering. I was like, yes, Tyrell, go get your girl. But of course, because this is Beyond the Gates, happiness lasts for exactly 5 seconds before the writers rip our hearts out and stomp all over them. Are you kidding me? While Tyrell is having this beautiful coming-of-age realization, what is happening across town? Absolute betrayal, that's what. Let's talk about Samantha Richardson. Oh, Samantha, I have so many bones to pick with her right now. So Samantha just won the Cotillion crown. Yay for her, right? She is having her glorious, shining moment. But Jessica wasn't there to see it because, well, she was busy hitting the sheets with Tyrell. Jessica comes up to Samantha to congratulate her, feeling super guilty for missing the crowning moment. And what does Samantha do? She starts planting poisonous little seeds in Jessica's head. I was watching this scene and my jaw was on the floor. Samantha knows exactly what she is doing. She plays it off as innocent concern, asking Jessica these deep, probing questions about her relationship with Tyrell. Are you sure you guys can handle college? What about the long distance? It's going to be so hard. I wanted to reach through the screen and shake Samantha. Let's be real for a second. Was Samantha just being a concerned sister? Or was she being a manipulative mean girl because she was mad Jessica skipped her big cotillion moment? I am judging her so hard right now. I think she was petty. She knew exactly what buttons to push to trigger Jessica's anxiety. And it worked. You could literally see the panic setting into Jessica's eyes. The doubt just washed over her face. Samantha totally poisoned the well. And then the breakup. Oh, the breakup. I am still not over it. I need a moment to collect myself. Jessica actually goes to Tyrell, who is riding high on his dad's advice, thinking they are soulmates, and she drops the bomb. She tells him they need to break up. Just like that. Tyrell was absolutely blindsided. The shock on his face. I felt physical pain in my chest. He looked like a puppy that just got kicked out into the rain. He didn't understand. He was like, why? We can do long distance. We can make this work. He was begging her, you guys. He was practically pleading. But Jessica, completely brainwashed by Samantha's toxic little whispers, hits him with the classic cowardly excuse. She says she thinks the long distance will cause too much trouble, that they will end up fighting and hating each other, so it's better to end it now and just be friends. Just be friends! After you just took his virginity? I was screaming. You don't just sleep with a guy for the first time and then dump him the next day to preserve the friendship. That is insane. And poor, sweet, insecure Tyrell immediately goes to the darkest place possible. Because of course he does. He literally asks her, was it my skills? Was I bad in bed? I wanted to hug him so tightly. The humiliation of having to ask that question? He genuinely believed she was dumping him because he wasn't good enough in the bedroom. My heart shattered into a million pieces for him. But wait, it gets worse. Because Tyrell is not stupid. He is heartbroken, yes, but he is not an idiot. He starts putting the pieces together. He realizes that the long distance excuse came out of absolutely nowhere. And somehow he finds out that Samantha was in Jessica's ear. The moment he realized the truth, the shift in his energy was terrifying. The sadness vanished and the rage took over. And honestly, I do not blame him one bit. He marches right up to Samantha the second she gets home and he unleashes hell on her. This sibling blowout was one for the history books. Tyrell absolutely tore into her. He accused her of deliberately poisoning Jessica's mind. He called her out for manipulating Jessica's psychology just to get back at him. And the worst part, Samantha tried to defend herself, but Tyrell hit her where it hurts. He accused her of just trying to play the perfect daughter to win favor with Martin and assert dominance in the family. He basically told her she was a selfish, power-hungry brat who ruined his life just to stroke her own ego. And I was nodding along. Yes, Tyrell. Drag her. She deserved every single word of that yelling match. She crossed a massive line, and she needed to be put in her place. But guys, the aftermath of this fight is what has me absolutely terrified for the next 2 weeks of episodes. Tyrell is broken. His girlfriend dumped him, his sister betrayed him, and his confidence is completely shot. So what does a heartbroken, angry teenage boy do? He rebels. Tyrell starts acting out, and I am so scared for him. He starts hanging out with these absolute thugs, these low-level criminals around Fairmont Crest just to prove that he is grown up and doesn't need anyone. He is trying to act tough, trying to numb the pain by being reckless. And this is where the stakes get incredibly high. We all know what is happening in Fairmont Crest right now. The police just busted that massive illegal plasma ring at the warehouse. Chief Elon Hawthorne just issued a public warning on television that they are coming for the criminals. Jacob Hawthorne is literally deep undercover, living a dual life as a thug, putting his own life on the line to infiltrate this underworld. And now, Tyrell is wandering right into that exact same dangerous territory. I am terrified that Tyrell is going to cross paths with the plasma ring guys. What if he gets caught up in the crossfire? What if Jacob sees him and has to blow his cover to save him? The possibilities are making my head spin. Samantha finally realizes the absolute monster she has created. She sees Tyrell spiraling out of control, hanging with these dangerous guys, and the guilt finally hits her. She realizes that her petty little manipulation might actually get her brother killed or thrown in prison. She tries to control him. She tries to pull him back, but Tyrell is having none of it. He completely shuts her out. He tells her she is just trying to look good for their dad again. He doesn't trust a single word that comes out of her mouth. His fight for autonomy, his desperate need to prove he is a man who can make his own choices, is blinding him to the actual physical danger he is in. And then the cliffhanger, the absolute worst case scenario happens. Tyrell's reckless behavior lands him right into a trap set by a very bad guy. We don't know exactly who it is yet, but my money is on someone connected to the plasma ring. He is in deep, deep trouble. He cannot fight his way out of this one. He is just a kid who got his heart broken, playing in a sandbox full of literal murderers and thieves. So what happens now? This is the part that has me on the edge of my seat. Samantha and Jessica, the two girls who caused this entire mess, are forced to face the music. They realize that their petty drama has pushed Tyrell into a life or death situation. They have to put aside all their awkwardness, all their guilt, and all their differences. They are teaming up, you guys. A Samantha and Jessica rescue mission. I cannot even imagine how tense that car ride is going to be. Are they going to be able to save him before he makes a mistake that ruins his life forever? Before he ends up in a body bag or behind bars? I am praying that Martin steps in. I am praying that Jacob somehow intercepts this. Because if Tyrell gets hurt, I will never, ever forgive Jessica or Samantha. Never. They played stupid games with his heart, and now he is paying the ultimate price. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. I need the next episode right now. I am literally counting down the seconds. What do you guys think? Is Tyrell going to survive this? Is Jacob going to save him? Let me know, because I am losing my mind over here.